Have you ever wondered why some relationships just don't work out? No matter how much effort you put in, things still feel off, like you're constantly walking on eggshells? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the 6 things you should never let a woman do to you. Trust me, these are the deal breakers that can save you from a world of hurt and confusion. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with the knowledge to set boundaries, protect your peace, and ensure that your relationships are built on a solid foundation of mutual respect and understanding. So let's jump right into it. 1. Never let her steal your peace of mind. Let's kick things off with something incredibly important. Never let anyone, and I mean any, rob you of your peace of mind. You see, your peace of mind is more than just a state of being. It's your personal sanctuary, the core of your mental and emotional well-being. When someone starts bringing unnecessary drama into your life, it's a huge red flag. This can come in many forms: constant arguing, passive-aggressive behavior, emotional manipulation, or just a general vibe of chaos and instability. You know the type, right? The person who seems to thrive on conflict, who can't let a day go by without stirring the pot. Here's the truth: if someone is consistently disrupting your peace, they're not respecting you. And if they're not respecting you, they're not worthy of your time or energy. Now, I'm not saying relationships should be conflict-free. Disagreements are normal and even healthy. But when the drama becomes a constant presence, when you feel more anxiety than joy, it's time to take a step back. Protect your tranquility at all costs. Your peace of mind isn't just important, it's vital. And trust me, you don't need that noise in your life. Life's too short to be spent on people who only bring you down. So here's the first takeaway: don't let anyone steal your peace. Guard it fiercely. It's the foundation of everything else. 2. Don't let her change who you are. Here's the thing: your identity is yours and it's sacred. Don't ever let someone, even if they claim it's out of love, try to change who you are at your core. Your dreams, your passions, your quirks, that's what makes you unique. When you enter a relationship, you're bringing your authentic self into the mix. And that's exactly how it should be. But what happens when someone starts nudging you, ever so subtly, to become someone else? Maybe they don't like how you dress, the music you listen to, or the friends you keep. Maybe they make comments that chip away at your confidence or push you to abandon your hobbies and interests. It's all in the name of making the relationship work, right? Wrong? This isn't about being inflexible or stubborn. It's about respecting yourself enough to stay true to who you are. Because once you start compromising on your core values and your identity, you're setting yourself up for a world of resentment and regret. Think about it: if you're constantly changing to please someone else, where does that leave you? Living someone else's version of your life. That's not a relationship, that's a performance. Remember, the right person will appreciate you for who you are, not for who they want you to be. So draw that line in the sand. Stay true to yourself. If someone's trying to mold you into something you're not, it's time to have a serious conversation or even reconsider the relationship altogether. 3. Don't let her make you codependent. Now let's talk about independence within relationships, because this one is a game changer. Relationships should be about interdependence, not codependence. What does that mean? It means you should be able to stand on your own 2 feet, even while being in a relationship. You see, in a healthy relationship, both partners bring their full selves to the table. You support each other, you grow together, but you also retain your individual identities. But what happens when one person starts leaning too heavily on the other? When the relationship becomes more about needing than wanting, that's when things get tricky. If someone makes you feel like you can't function without them, like your world would collapse if they weren't around, that's a problem. They might do this intentionally, or it might just be a natural dynamic that's developed over time. But either way, it's unhealthy. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual support, not on creating emotional crutches. You should never feel like your entire existence revolves around one person. That's not love, that's dependency. It's crucial to maintain your own life, your own interests, your own friends, even while being in a committed relationship. This not only keeps you grounded, but it also prevents the relationship from becoming suffocating. So ask yourself, are you maintaining your independence? Are you still pursuing your goals, your hobbies, your passions? Or have you lost sight of who you are outside of the relationship? If the answer is yes, it's time to take a step back and recalibrate. Remember, a healthy relationship is one where both partners enhance each other's lives, not where they become each other's entire lives. 4. Never tolerate disrespect. Respect this one is non-negotiable. Whether it's verbal, emotional, or physical abuse, do not tolerate it, ever. And I know this might seem obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people let disrespect slide in the name of love. They convince themselves that it's just a phase, that it'll get better, that the person doesn't really mean it. But let me tell you something, once you allow disrespect to enter your relationship, it's incredibly hard to get rid of it. It starts small, maybe a snide comment here, a dismissive attitude there, but it grows. And before you know it, you're in a situation where your self-worth is being chipped away bit by bit. Disrespect can take many forms. It might be someone belittling your opinions, making you feel small or insignificant. It could be someone ignoring your boundaries, pushing you to do things you're not comfortable with. Or in the worst cases, it could be outright abuse. But no matter what form it takes, disrespect is a deal breaker. No matter how much you think you love someone, if there's no respect, there's nothing worth holding on to. Your well-being and self-respect come first, always. If you find yourself constantly justifying someone's behavior, making excuses for them, or convincing yourself that things will change, stop. Take a hard look at what's happening. Because if someone truly respects you, they'll treat you with kindness, consideration, and dignity. And if they're not doing that, they're not deserving of your time, your energy, or your love. 5. Don't let her undermine your achievements. You've worked hard to get where you are, right? So never let someone belittle your achievements or make you feel like your goals don't matter. Whether it's a career milestone, a personal victory, or even just getting through a tough week, your accomplishments deserve to be celebrated, not dismissed. It's easy to downplay our own successes, especially if someone close to us isn't supportive. Maybe they're jealous, maybe they're insecure, or maybe they just don't see the value in what you're doing. But here's the thing, you see the value, and that's what matters. When you're with someone who truly cares about you, they'll lift you up, not tear you down. They'll be your biggest cheerleader, your strongest supporter. They'll recognize how hard you've worked, and they'll celebrate every win, big or small, right alongside you. But if you're with someone who constantly undermines your efforts, who makes you feel like your successes are insignificant or unimportant, that's a serious red flag. Don't let anyone make you doubt your worth. Keep your ambitions high, and don't let anyone make you feel like you need to shrink yourself to make them comfortable. You're on your own path, and you should never have to dim your light to let someone else shine. 6. Never allow dishonesty or betrayal. Honesty and trust, they're the backbone of any real relationship. If someone is lying to you or betraying your trust, it's time to reassess. Without trust, there's no solid foundation, and without that, the relationship is on shaky ground. Here's the thing, trust is built over time through consistent actions and honesty. It's fragile, and once it's broken, it's incredibly hard to repair. If you're constantly catching someone in lies, if they're hiding things from you, or if they've betrayed your trust in some way, it's a massive red flag. It's easy to overlook dishonesty when you're invested in a relationship. You might want to give the benefit of the doubt, or maybe you're afraid of what the truth might mean for your relationship. But if you find yourself questioning someone's honesty on a regular basis, that's a problem. Trust is not just about believing that someone won't lie to you, it's about feeling secure in the relationship. It's about knowing that the person you're with is reliable, consistent, and has your best interests at heart. So don't be afraid to confront the truth and stand up for what you deserve: honesty and loyalty. A relationship built on lies is like a house built on sand. It might look stable, but it won't withstand the test of time. Make sure you're with someone who values honesty as much as you do, because without it, there's no foundation for anything lasting or meaningful. So there you have it, 6 things you should never let a woman do to you. But let's take a moment here. These aren't just rules for dealing with women, they're guidelines for any relationship in your life. Friends, family, partners, it's all about respect, honesty, and knowing your worth. Establishing these boundaries isn't just about protecting yourself, it's about creating relationships that are healthy, fulfilling, and built to last. Remember, it's not about being overly cautious or guarded, it's about understanding your value and refusing to settle for anything less than you deserve. When you set these boundaries, you're not just protecting your peace, you're teaching others how to treat you. And that's powerful. If you found value in these tips, drop a comment below with the one you think is the most important. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Remember, your peace of mind and self-respect are priceless, don't settle for less.